Buying property is a commitment, son. ¿Qué lo que mi gente? Soy yo, Gadiel. Yo estoy aquí because I want to talk to you guys because I recently bought a home and I was talking to a couple of friends of mine, and one thing I noticed is a lot of people do not know anything about home buying. This video, I'm gonna talk to you guys and I'm gonna show you what I've learned through the process, my process. First of all, the reason why I felt like I needed to buy a home, LA is extremely expensive. I was paying $1,600 a month for a really small apartment that I hated in Koreatown. And then I'm like, within 3 years, I paid over $57,000 in rent. I will be able to at least have some type of equity. I wanted to buy something that appreciates in value. A home appreciates in value. To be honest, before I started the process, I thought I couldn't buy a home. One, because I went through bankruptcy before. I didn't think the banks would want to lend me anymore. I have this thing like, you know, maybe the way I look, I'm not gonna be able to get a good rate or I'm gonna get a mortgage. It was scary. I saved around $20,000 and I sat down, I spoke to a lender, and he said that, you know what, let's say you apply for pre-approval, let's say you could get approved. I said, yeah. To be honest, I didn't want a house. I bought a duplex. I wanted something to get my feet wet, to get started, learn how to become a landlord, learn how to maintain a property so like that I could buy more. At first I wanted to buy a fourplex, but if you want to buy for the first time, you cannot buy a fourplex. It has to be like a duplex. That's what he told me, unless I should have used another mortgage lender. All right. I was scared throughout the whole process. I was second guessing myself a lot. You always have this thing in the back of your mind, like if you fall this time, you might not be able to get up. I was afraid of making a bad decision. And I think everybody is afraid of making a bad decision. The only thing that helped me surpass that fear is having good friends around me. Like I have my friend Andy, my friend Jeffrey. I talk to them all the time. They're homeowners, not only homeowners, but Jeffrey also is a landlord. He has a couple of units. Surrounding myself with somebody that looks like me, that is Dominican like me, and also is doing it, gave me the motivation to move forward and do it. So that gave me the courage to move forward and buy the property. And so one thing I did know that if I'm gonna have confidence in buying a home, I need to write it all out. So I had to write down how much I make, how much will rents be, how much can I make in the future, can I make a living out of this, what are gonna be my monthly payments, what are gonna be my taxes, because you have to, a lot of times people don't realize, when you buy a home, you don't only pay mortgage payments, you pay property taxes and you also pay insurance. If my mortgage payments is this, let's say it's $2,000 a month, right? That's more than what my rent is, you know, but then you also gotta calculate property taxes. Well, how much will property taxes be on top of that? I needed to crunch the numbers together and say, okay, how much am I gonna be paying? But at the same time, I'm also building equity. As long as if it's a duplex or a multi-unit, somebody else is also helping me pay down this mortgage. And if 30 years, the property is worth $1 million and somebody else helped me pay for it, I just feel like I took a shortcut. All right, so I was like, let me find the agent. My friend hooked me up with this agent. She was a woman that had a lot of years within the industry. I needed somebody with experience because it was my first time buying. Throughout the whole thing, it's like, it's a commitment. Why do you think I'm still single? I'm single because I can't be committed with people. You know what I mean? 30 years is a commitment. Buying property is a commitment, son. The first agent that I talked to, she did palm me off to a newer agent. The new agent, she was good, she was cool, you know, but since she was new, she's only been a year within the business. I needed somebody with more confidence because I was not buying a single family home. I was buying a multi-unit, that's one. And two, I don't know the neighborhoods. Another thing I didn't know is you don't have to sign a contract with an agent. If the agent says, here, sign this contract that you're only gonna work with me, run, son. I did that. So I met a second agent. The second agent was a person that had more experience. She's Latina, which I was very excited about. But when I asked her like, listen, I'm trying to buy a property for $500,000, she told me there is no property around that price range. But then I'll get on realtor.com and I see more properties that come from the MLS and they weren't listed. So I was like, I can't work with her. It's gonna be hard for me to find properties with her when the agent I already had before showed me a wide range of listings of properties. Afterwards, I met Rosa. Real estate agents are finding a girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like, you go through a lot of people, you date around until you find the one you be like, yes, this is the one. I sat down with Rosa. Rosa, listen, it was like, yeah, Rosa, mira, this is my price range. And this woman's telling me that there's no property available. She was like, but look at this. Look at all these properties available. Look at this. That look like it's available to me. And she was like, listen, you don't even need to do a contract with me. She was the one that told me, like, listen, you don't need to sign a contract with a real estate agent when you're going to buy a property. And I was like, no me digas esa vaina. La primera no me dijo eso. She broke it down to me. She was like, let me talk to your lender. Sat down with me and went over the listings and was like, this is a good one. This is not a good one. I like this one for you. So this was the first time a real estate agent asked me like, yo, these properties you like, can you talk to me a little bit more about them and why you like them and stuff like that. So at first it was like, I would just write a list of properties and see it, but I never had somebody sit down with me and discuss the properties. And I think that made the process easier for me. Matter of fact, I gave her a list of properties, and for me, this one was the cheapest out of all the properties. And I saw that was remodeled. I was like, I want that one. And she said it was an escrow, so I was like, I'm not gonna get it. Okay, escrow. Escrow is the in-between party in a sense. Let's say I'm gonna buy something from you. Escrow is the transaction. You put the money there, you put like a deposit there. Escrow holds on to the deposit. And they say, okay, we're gonna hold on to this deposit. If the contract comes through, then you get your deposit back or whatever you guys negotiated, or the deposit goes straight to the owner. They hold money with it and they make sure that the transaction, the purchasing transaction happens. You bought the property, the whatever cash that needed put as a down payment goes straight to the sellers and you become the owner of this property. So it's like the in-between to make sure that everything goes copacetic. That's what I see escrow as. I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, the real definition is right there. And Rosa was, listen, the seller's agent said that he's not too sure about these buyers. They fell out of escrow twice before. And she was like, no me diga. Well, I got somebody here that's ready to buy. Tell me what you're gonna say, what you're gonna do. She talked to the seller's agent like, listen, I know who these people are. That she knew the owners of the property. Tell me what you need so we can make this deal. The buyers that were in contract didn't put in the money into escrow on time. So the buyer's agent was like, tú sabes que la pase bien. They get out of escrow and then we went into escrow. And when that happened, we went in escrow. Albino, California is on lockdown. Boom, 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 porque hay un maldito pandémico, the COVID-19. Yo estoy llamando a Rosa, should we get out of the deal? Get the other? I don't think I want to be buying. She was like, you still got to pay rent wherever you go. I was like, let's keep going. I'm nervous, I'm scared. This place does have foundation issues, but Rosa knew how to calm me down. She said, listen, I'm with you throughout the whole process. If this has foundation issue, I'm gonna find the right guy that's gonna give you the right price. She also got a credit for me. So I got a credit during the negotiation. And what that means is the sellers pay for the closing costs. Now, the sellers pay for the closing costs. Since I'm a veteran, I have 100% financing. Whatever the earnest money deposit I put in, I get back. Earnest money deposit. Earnest money deposit is what you put into escrow, diciendo que you put in only like 1% in the escrow money deposit. Or you could even put only $1,000. And you're saying like, this is me saying that I am serious about buying this property. If I don't buy it because of me or something that's my fault, the earnest money deposit goes to the seller. This property went back and forth with the negotiation. We were able to close. This property does need some work. It doesn't need crazy amount of work. I already fixed the foundation. I am happy that I was able to purchase my first home. Front unit is a 3-bedroom. The back unit is a 2-bedroom. A Latino family lives there. And now I'm working on renovating the back storage into a 1-bedroom apartment. Vamos a ver, it could be a 1-bedroom apartment or a studio. Thank you guys for watching. That was my process of me buying this home. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. If you're afraid of buying a home, hopefully that this gave you the courage to be like, tú sabes que I could move forward. Make sure you save money. If it's your first time buying, there's something called FHA, first time home buyers. You only have to put down 3.5% of the purchase price. Thank you guys for watching. Esto fue lo único que tenía que decirle. Ojalá que aprendieron algo y lo quiero mucho. Está todo. Que la pase bien.
But like.